Hello folks, it's Ryan here from Eurospar Clock. This is just a sirloin I wanted to show you. It's coming from the warehouse. It's Macatomi's beef, but it's coming through Henderson's warehouse. I just wanted to show you this one in particular because it's a fantastic cut. And it's what we've been getting lately, which is brilliant. So I just want to show you the do's and don'ts and the things to look out for when you're buying sirloin. Right, so this is a whole strip line. This end here is the rib end. And you'll see it by this wee bit of fat running through it, always runs through. This is the start of the end of the rib. This other bit is the end of the strip line. This bit here till there, maybe till there, isn't your desirable bit, simply because there's a really fatty, chunky bit. And so in all strip lines, the butchers would all know it. And usually what you try to do with that is maybe a bit of stir fry or a couple of rump steaks, something like that, just to get rid of that first couple of steaks. But I'm going to show you the centre pieces. This is what everyone wants. So I'm just going to go straight in. What you're looking for is that colour, a livery, nice livery colour. This is what catches a lot of people. A lot of people get caught with the redness. This will turn red when it sits about into the lights and into the air. It will go red. But straight away you cut it again. There's a piece there. Same cut, that's been lying in it, that's gone red. I take a steak off this, and it's back to that colour again, and that's the colour you're looking. Sometimes what you'll find is a lot of fat running through it. You don't want too much fat, you just want, that's a nice wee marbly effect there, and that's what you're looking. The tenderness, you can tell tenderness by touching it. So that's the centre cuts. As I say, you can sell that as ribeye, up till about there, between 6 steaks you get there, and then you can sell them as ribeye because that's coming to the end of the ribeye. So what to look for in a sirloin is there's two things: your eyes and your hands. So your hands obviously to feel it, and see if it feels soft on the touch, that's a good sign. And then it's going to be soft on the slice. And another thing is visually. You want to see that kind of colour when it's fact packed. You don't want to see it too dark. If it's very, very, very dark, it's a bad sign. It's going to be tough. It needs to be that livery kind of colour. There's a lot of confusion about sirloin, about the darker the better, which is a myth, and probably it's got butchers getting rid of their stuff by saying that. But that's the colour there. It's that livery colour. And that'll get you your nice tender juicy sirloins. 21 days hung is a must because you need to let it mature, you need to let it relax, and then the fibres will break in it and makes it tender. Again, the fat content, a lot of people would say loads of fat is the way to go. That's just enough fat, just a wee bit of marble run through it, a wee bit of grain. That's all you need, because that'll cook down, and then that'll help the other stuff get nicer in flavour and also tenderer. So that's what you're looking for. The fat is another key sign. So the fat's nice and clean like that kind of colour, that kind of white colour, that's another brilliant sign. Some strip loins you can get be very yellowy up top, which is also a sign of it's going to be of poor quality. So when you're putting that in the packs, so I'm going to show you a couple of steaks here. There's two lovely steaks, and if you see them pulling away, that's actually very, very tender already. You get that nice effect, and you can see that I can just put my finger through that, only I don't want to visually damage it. That's what you're looking for. Now, you'll get about 5 days in the pre-pack with them steaks. What you will find, maybe from the 4th day onwards, is they will darken. But there's absolutely no problem with them darkening a wee bit. That's just a natural process of the steaks, but that's not them off or anything. But a wee bit of darkness, they will darken over time, every day, daily, they'll darken. But 4 days easily on them steaks. So you're going to get, as I say, 5 days out of these here in the current form. If you're just going to cling pack, just cling pack it with a tray. The other option is the fact pack. This is probably the best option when it comes to management and business. This here is visually and it's brilliant, all the rest, but this is going to get you 3 weeks. Now there's a couple of negatives with it. This is fact pack process, so this is a fact pack bag, put it through your fact packer, and this is your result. A couple of negatives, it goes very dark, that's only done today. So there's the difference. So that's the negative to it, but you're getting 3 weeks on the retail in this because it's fact packed and it'll mature inside that, and that the air's not getting at it, which is what it taxes the steaks in the first place. That's why everything comes in fact packed. So that's the way to do it in the retail form, and this is probably the way to do it visually. So it's that balance. We tend to do a lot of fact packing simply because we want more time on it. And then we would put out about 4 to 6 packets at a time of this, and then usually get a good wee cycle. They'll have them finished after the 5-day process, and then we'll start again. These here you can kind of get ahead, get ahead about 10 to 12 packets of them, and then they'll do their own wee run. Now, what you will find, I find, in here, these will sell better. These will sell better than these, but these do its own run, and after the customer gets it the first time, there's no difference. Quality-wise, there's absolutely no difference. In fact, maybe even slightly better with this in the sense that it's maturing still. After you take this out of the fact pack, that's that over. Its life is going. This here is still continuing for another 3 weeks. So that's the balance. So this here visually doesn't look as good, but business, it makes sense, and this visually looks better. When we put them into the pre-pack, we usually put 2, or we put 1. We put 1 in the 3 for 10, a slightly smaller one. It's about 6 ounce, and then when we go into the pre-pack, depending on the size, obviously, we'll kind of set price it. If it's under 400 grams, we usually set price them £7 to £8. If we go over that, it'll be £9 to £10. And usually what we try to do then is try to, accompany it with some crispy onions, and usually a wee peppered sauce, wee sachet. Try to bring it all in together and try to sell it at £10–11. Butchery terms, the beef, it's the sirloin you want to get right. And if you can get the good name in the sirloin, all the rest follows. So we get that up in one of the spiders, up near the front, kind of show it off, because they have the confidence that this is right. And if this is right, because this is the hardest thing to get right, they'll have the confidence that everything else will be right. Thanks very much.